Hello, everybody. Welcome to Coinstore Market Insider. This is your guy Tahir, regional manager for Coinstore, and it's my pleasure to introduce you to Robert Benitez from TLCC Blockchain 420. Super excited to get into this. Understand what Roberto's doing for the world, and not just for the small amount of people. It's for everyone. So thank you so much. Can you introduce yourself? Tell the world who you are.
Thank you. First of all, the pleasure is all mine. I'm super excited to be here and to speak to you to hear. It's a absolute honor. I've been speaking to you offline for a little bit to try to get to navigate the the listing process, and you've been a great help. Coinstore has been amazing.
More than
I'm
welcome.
super glad to partner with you. Um, as far as myself, I made TLCC because suffering and pain. That's the God's honest truth, right? And then I'm also very defiant and very resilient. So these are my driving forces. So that was my main emphasis for putting TLCC
Hmm.
together. Basically, it was all about my personal tribulations because I battled cancers, but a lot of people get cancers, but my cancer was actually brought on because I survived 9/11. So I really have a firsthand experience of understanding what terrorism looks like, and so I empathize with people that experience terrorism and acts of violence, in a different way. I've also had my left leg amputated in a motorcycle accident, no fault of my own. I was driving the right way in traffic, and someone, drunk, I believe, hit me because they didn't test them, hit me and amputated my left leg. So, there's been a lot of different situations that I've had to gone through in life, and I had to be prepared for these situations.
Hmm.
So part of that preparation was learning how to become a good businessman and a great investor. So it was because of that that I was able to overcome these situations and still take care of my family because my wife also, unfortunately, had large B cell lymphoma cancer twice.
Oh
So,
wow.
yeah, so it was a real struggle. And what I really noticed was that even having all of the financial tools necessary to pay for all my stuff because I'm debt free. Even having all of that, there was still no love and there was no care.
Hmm.
My experiences were horrible, right?
Hmm.
So I want to make sure that people who have a lot less resources than I had at the time and who've had a lot less opportunities than I've had in life are afforded those. And we could do that with my vision for the Love Care coin. So that's really what put it together because I want to democratize not only finance, but I want to democratize free energy.
Hmm. Yeah, that's a that's a big topic. And it's amazing that your story. We have been speaking for nearly a year, to be honest.
Yes.
So
Yes.
for all the viewers who don't know, we've been speaking for nearly a year, and some of the stories, we've heard, and I've heard, it's amazing. You've come out to building something like this, and trying to change, the world, so which is amazing inspiration, going through the 9/11, going through um, the prison sentence, going through the
Yes.
uh,
That's a whole nother thing. Yes.
yeah, the accident.
Yeah, it's been a lot.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's
It's been a
very
lot.
inspirational because you're very positive, outward thinking, which is fantastic. So
Thank
I
you.
can understand the TLCC, the Love Care Coin vision, and what you're trying to achieve, and hopefully people now kind of briefly understand how this has come about, right? So
Yes. So, there's a lot of things that you can do with money, but money can't fix everything. Most of life's real problems, you have to think your way through them. And so there's a lot
mhm,
of CEOs and a lot of projects that their main emphasis is to go 1000x. That's all they're thinking about doing. And then
yeah,
after that, they usually dump. There's been a
Yeah,
lot of mismanagement and malfeasance in the crypto space, and so one of that was always been a problem for me because I've been scammed out of a lot of money personally, right? And
yeah,
it wasn't like, oh, he's a novice, he doesn't know what he's doing. No, even knowing what you're doing, because the way thieves work, they work 24 hours a day, and they work to find ways to help you depart from your money as quickly as possible.
yeah, yeah.
So
They
I
do.
wanted to make yeah. So I wanted to make sure that I built something that I could not control. Right? I
Mm,
wanted to make sure I used the safe BEP20 protocol, and make sure I got it audited, and make sure that the way my tokenomics was set up, that it was beneficial to everybody in the community.
that's good. That kind of drives me on to the next question. What incentives are there for the new users to encourage them to come on to TLCC? Like, what is the benefits of the long run for existing users?
Oh, first thing, the main benefit is first and foremost their security, right? If you unless you're really not tired of getting the rug pulled, and I think the most of the community is tired of the rug pulls, and they're tired of being scammed. They're tired of the founders just dumping the whole token. It happens with, gigantic tokens, some that are
Yeah,
trading even in the thousands without mentioning their names because I don't want to talk bad about them. But if you're in the crypto space, you know who they are. You know,
yeah,
they're like the number
yeah,
two token,
yeah.
right? Because we've had $4,000 for this token before, and the price
Hmm.
just dumped. You know, it just dumped it, and it was terrible for the community. I know I took a substantial loss on that, and so did a lot of people. So I want to make sure that I wanted to make sure that whatever I built, I couldn't do that. So that's why my tokenomics was set up that way, and that's why the security is so important. So, like they say, not your keys, not your crypto. I don't have your keys.
Mm,
Everybody has their keys. My platform is MetaMask enabled. Um, we pay up to 11% interest right now, but that may go up to 15%. Um, Our smart contracts are automated, so there's no worry about something that you something that you try to execute not being executed on the blockchain
mm,
because it's
mm.
done automated. So there's no I can't stop the whales. Not I have no control over that. However, the way my tokenomics is set up, they're pretty much held at bay because the only 20% of my supply is available for public sale. The rest has to be earned through staking and the reward system, and we're
Mhm.
gonna burn tokens. So we do all this stuff, and we're MetaMask enabled to make sure that people's security is paramount. We really want to make a difference in the Web3 space, and now we've partnered up with a different DEX, which is a little bit different. We
Okay.
love Coinstore, and we're staying with Coinstore, but we also
Yeah.
partnered up with a DEX, a brand new DEX. It's called Liquid Crypto, and it's going to enable people to do a whole bunch of stuff, like swapping and bridging, and just too many things to mention in this particular conversation. But
Yeah. No, that's amazing.
definitely, it's a lot of exciting news, and I owe it to a lot of really good friends and family that helped me make the connections in this world that I needed to make these things happen, not only for myself but for the community and for the space. So I really do appreciate all of the help and the insight that I've gotten from uh, you and Coinstore, because you guys have been amazing.
No, for us, we're all about, trying to give a guidance, because we understand from a startup point, as a startup company, well, technically a startup company, but we understand, when projects are starting up, they need a bit of guidance, they need a bit of helping hand, and hopefully, as a business, and you as a business, it helps both of us to continue doing business with each other, right? And so if you
Absolutely.
win, we win, right? And vice versa. So
Yes.
um, that's the main
And
purpose
and
of it.
and Coinstore has been, I'm sorry, Coinstore has been a breath of fresh air. So for anybody listening, if you got a project, you definitely might want to list with Coinstore, because I did list with a different centralized exchange, and I'm gonna delist very soon because because it has not been a good fit. You know, If my business ethics and morals and principles go in one direction and another corporations go in a different direction, then we have to agree to part terms. So I will,
Yeah. Sometimes the puzzle
leave
doesn't
them
fit.
and stay with Coinstore.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
With that being said, with I know you kind of touched upon it already, but with the rising scams that's going on, like what makes TLCC that it's a secure environment? I know you had like touched upon it, but can we go in a little bit more detail?
Oh, sure. So when I was putting it together with our team of developers, I wanted to make sure that not only the security of the safe BP20 protocol and getting an outside audit and having people review all the code and make sure that everything was up to spec, and that was of utmost importance, as well as making sure that they had self custody of their crypto. That's very important. So we want to make sure they had self custody of it, because I don't need to know, uh as blockchain 420 and Locacoin coin, I don't really need to know the particulars of who holds my
Hmm.
token. Um that's a different legislation for a different type of organization. I'm a Web3, so I really more care about people's privacy, their security, and their sense of freedom, the sense of self-determination to do what they want with their money as they see fit, without any interference from me or anybody else. So these things are paramount. When you travel and they tell you that you can't travel with more than
Yeah,
$5,000,
yeah.
maybe per person or per family, right? This is very restricting, especially if you're going to buy something like farm equipment or something else in another country where you're going to get a better deal, and they'll have them ship it, or however it's going to work out. But there's so many different legal limitations on how people can use their money, because people don't understand that they do not have self custody.
Mm,
When I use the US dollar, the United States of America has self custody of the money, because at any time they can tell me I can't use this money,
yeah.
or they can take my money, they can seize my money, they can do whatever they want because it's not my money. And once people understand that, I think that the security part really plays a bigger role in them understanding that they have now self custody of their money. So
Yeah.
that, and also teaming up with MetaMask and Ledger for additional security. MetaMask has been integrating their security wallet for many, many years now. And of course, nothing is perfect, but it's a really, really good tool, you know.
Hmm.
Um, and as far as for cold storage, we teamed up with Ledger. So if people want to
Okay.
also store their crypto offline, we're also partnered up with Ledger. So that's the security part, and we're going to implement more security when we integrate uh, our platform with Liquid Crypto's DEX. So there's a lot of big changes that we're going to make, and there's just more and more enhancements to security. So it's a really exciting time, and for a startup, I think I'm moving in the right direction. Um, I sent out an email to my token holders and let them know that we're on the rise. We're on the rise. Even though um, there was a little bit of manipulation from some bad actors, right? And if
Yeah.
you're in the crypto
Yeah.
space, don't tell me that you don't know that they're bad actors. They're bad actors, right? And so just like anybody else that's brand new to an industry, it's very different once you list. Um, Again, I found a partnership that did not work. And one of the reasons it did not work is because of some manipulation. But we're getting past that, and we're almost through it. And by the time we get to where we need to be, there's going to be a huge bean candle coming up real soon.
That's what we're excited about. I think a lot of users will be excited
Yes.
about that. Um, before I go on to the next question, I need to let the users know. We Rob and the team at TLCC has been kind enough to reward the users who are coming on board with a little gift, right? There's a chance of taking a 500 USDT, and it's a gift for you guys to potentially utilize it for, obviously, for TLCC. So just so you guys are aware, above me I can't see it, but above me there is a code, SGBFR2CR. Put into the Coinbox feature, and you should receive a gift. And you can say thank you to Rob on Twitter, and he will give you all that information at the end of the AMA. Okay, guys. So thank you for that, Rob. You know the users obviously love that.
Thank you. It's my pleasure. It's very important to build community. And
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised how many people are sitting tuning in right now that may be on their last dollar, right? So take this opportunity to go ahead and sign up and use the link, and hopefully you win some of this USDT. Hopefully you invest it and make yourself some more money. Um,
yeah,
but either way, it's a gift.
yeah. Thank you. Yeah, it's really good. Moving on to the tokenomics side of things. Now, I know you slightly touched up on it. In terms of the distribution system, how does that operate, and for developers, how do they earn the tokens? You know, we've got a I know there's a feature on the website you want to discuss, so let's go into that.
Well, so in our tokenomics, we have 4,200,000,000 tokens. And out of the
Okay.
4,200,000,000 tokens, we'll only have 20% that's available for public sale. So
Okay.
really, as we start to develop and people start to buy in and get the tokens, it's going to be very, very hard for a whale to accumulate when they can never buy the complete 20% of the public sale tokens. And so all the rest of the tokens, there's 30% for our community rewards pool. So 30% will be given away in staking rewards. This way, it helps to keep the price of our token stable. It helps to grow the community. It helps for people to earn interest. And we pay up to 11% interest right now if they stake for 360 days. We have various, I believe it's 4 different levels of interest payments that we allow for people to get, because we don't want, maybe some people can't stake for a year, right?
Mm.
Um, I remember when I was staked with the Ethereum Foundation, we were supposed to stake for a year and it turned into 3. It was a
Oh,
very
yes,
long,
yes.
arduous thing. Well, our platform has this countdown and this timer, and like I said, our smart contract is all automated. So when you stake, you know exactly what you're going to earn. You know exactly when it's going to come up, and you know exactly when you get your reward. It just shows up in your wallet since it's all automated. And we're also going to introduce the DEX from Liquid Crypto, which is going to give a lot more options as far as swapping and bridging, uh, also staking and liquidity pools. So we want to make sure that we set it up so that our tokenomics are beneficial to the community. So
Mm.
the partnerships that we're making with Coinstore and Liquid Crypto are paramount as we grow. So like I said, I've been really grateful to just have been guided by great people that were outside my team, because my team is great at what they're great at. But unless you're really listing tokens every day and at the OTC desk, you know, you really don't know everything that's going on. The industry is very complicated. It's not like there's a instruction manual on how to do this part. So
Yeah.
it's the utmost importance that you choose really wise partnerships. And I feel that I did make a mistake. I'm human. I made a mistake by listing with a wrong partner, but I corrected that mistake relatively quickly for my token holders in the community, and I listed with the right partner, Coinstore. So now everything is starting to
Thank you.
go in the right direction. Well, thank you.
No, I appreciate it. You know, a lot of people in my team, and within the company know who you are because we discuss about you guys. You know, in good ways, obviously. So they're excited to meet you. So it's going to be good. We'll leave the surprise in the end, anyway. Um,
Yes.
so in regards to the NFT market space, right? We've seen the highs of NFTs, the
Oh,
lows
yes,
of
the board
NFTs.
apes. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like, can you share about a little bit about TLCCs, like if they have any future plans on
Yes.
NFT space?
Absolutely. So I do want to develop NFTs, but I don't want to do NFTs for the sake of art and property ownership. I think that that is not the best use of that technology. So I want to develop NFTs in Web3 to play games. So I want
Mm.
them to be actual game characters. So right now I'm wearing these beads,
Yeah.
and so these beads are for the seven African deities that are part of my religion, right? So
Okay. Okay.
I wear these beads, and so my game that I want to develop is called Battle for Ife, and it's a NFT based game. Um, and it'll have King Mansa Musa, and it'll be some kind of a quest game where you have to do good and to win. You can't be bad and win. I want to
Yeah.
incentivize people to develop good moral character. Like if you make bad choices in the game, bad for you. You just don't win.
Yeah.
So I just
Yeah.
and it's possible because we really have to help to teach the children to make good moral choices. And
Yeah.
gaming is a fantastic way to do that. So not only do I want to democratize, free energy and finances, I want to make sure that on the education side, there's so many people across the Pan African diaspora. I want to say in the United States and other countries abroad in Europe that have no idea where they came from because of the atrocities of the slave trade. Mm. So
Mm.
for them to learn some of their culture would be paramount because once you learn who you are, you get pride in yourself, right? You get knowledge of self, you feel good. So it's really good that for the first time, unless I don't know, um, my tokens to symbol is King Mansa Musa, the richest man that ever lived and the greatest philanthropist that ever lived. He's from Mali in Africa, and he's also was a Muslim. He also was a
Mm.
Muslim. So I wanted to make sure that I represent our people when they look down that timeline at all these tokens of dogs and cats and frogs and monkeys. When they look down all these, and when they get a sense of pride when they see the Love Care coin, because they know what it embodies. They know the spirit that's behind it, and what we plan to do. We plan to change the world, and we plan to give to the world. And we're gonna surprise a lot of people uh, when we get to the surprise at the end.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I appreciate that. Okay, yeah. I mean, like a lot of people didn't know the the character that's on the background screen there. So I'm glad you explained that, who that was. And people who don't know, Mansa Musa was the richest person that ever lived. And he went to pilgrimage, and he took his whole entourage with him, and everywhere he passed, he threw gold, and he gave away so much gold that it actually um, broke the gold market. So it's really fitting, I think, what you're trying to do, and what you're doing. Amazing stuff. So what kind of future developments, going from that, what kind of future developments can we see from TLCC? Um,
Well, like I said, we're relatively new still, so for us, really, our our roadmap, we've superseded our roadmap by like 500%.
okay.
We've shot so past our roadmap. My original intent was to try to list on three exchanges in one
Yeah.
year, and we've only came out on leap year day, and we're on two exchanges and a DEX. And a lot of people still don't realize that even uh, the tracking sites like
Mhm, mhm.
CoinGecko and Coin360, these are also sort of like exchanges.
Yeah.
You still have to list with these people. It takes time,
Yeah.
and it also takes some money.
Yeah. Yeah.
Excuse me, right? Because so these things take a little time. They take a little time and a lot of money. So we've gotten them done, and now we're gonna migrate with this DEX. So um, as far as development goes, we want to then once we sell some tokens and start making some revenue and get our price up, we're gonna put together something on the blockchain that's decentralized. I don't know. We haven't decided yet. We're still in discussions whether it's going to be sort of a YouTube type of format where it's open
Uh-huh.
source and people can So that, but it's only going to be dedicated to scientific endeavors. So people can
Okay.
put science open source on the blockchain, and then we can have discussions as to, do these things work? Can we test them? Can we replicate them? And then we fund these things. And that's how we bring power to the people. That's how you bring the revolution. You know, it's not
Yeah.
won through violence or hatred. It's won with love. You know? Love is the strongest weapon there is. Mm.
Yeah.
And that's what we're
Yeah.
gonna use. You know, love and
Yeah.
care.
That sounds exciting. I think that's a great way to kind of like really get the community actually working together, and people who have actual fantastic ideas, a great opportunity for them to really show to the people. And
It can be fearless. If it's open
yeah,
source and on the blockchain, so many
yeah,
great scientists. I mean, look at Nikola Tesla. He was
mhm,
pulling electricity out of the air, right?
yeah,
How many years ago? And he died poor and broke because of people like Edison, right?
yeah,
Other people who wanted to monetize everything. Everything was
yeah,
behind a paywall. We want to bring down the paywall. We want to bring power to the people, bring down the paywalls, let them have access to free electricity so that we can power up schools and power up laptops so people can learn, so they can have potable water. They can make heat with a
mhm,
electric coil. I mean, there's so much you could do. You can irrigate fields. We can desalinize seawater, right? But the only thing that's preventing countries from getting fresh water is the desalinization process is so expensive, right?
yeah,
So if we can come up with unique, brand new ideas that won't be shelved and the scientists won't get unalived, for lack of a better
yeah,
term,
yeah,
then we can do that open source on the blockchain. Because once they put it out, it can't be erased and people will use it, you know. So that's our main goal, to bring power to the people all over the world, whether it's electricity, water, shelter, everything that we need on this planet should be a human right, you know. I'm not saying give them
100%.
cars, but education, lights,
Yeah,
food, water, heat in the winter, air conditioning in the summer in really hot places. Unfortunately, a lot of people my age, I'm 56, I'm an old guy. A lot of people,
mhm,
they die or suffer too much heat
yeah,
or too much cold. Um,
yeah,
and that's another thing too. I'm sorry to switch, but um, everything that we do is very easy. I made it for old people like me, so it's pretty much one click. So when you want to interact with my
Hey,
platform,
fif- fif- 56 is not old. You're middle age. That's the new
I,
35.
hey, I feel like I'm 22.
There you
You'll
go.
find out when we get together. you know. So
Uh,
so that's the thing. I want to make sure that the people that are in my age group aren't so intimidated. They understand that they don't have to run and let BlackRock again be the custodians of
yeah,
their money with their ETFs and their manipulation. They can actually
yeah,
still control their own money. So I'm making it easy for them to do it. You know.
yeah. No, it's good. Really good.
Thank you.
Um, so what's the what's the plans? Are you going to be in any events? Are you going to be like, doing things so people can see you? I've seen a lot of pictures of you because we've been talking for a long time. We're pretty much buddies, we're family here. So
Yes.
yeah, people who are listening in, you know, the thing about crypto is a lot of it is digital, a lot of it is online, and people who are docs, you never get to see them, so, and people who the majority of projects are projects without docs people, so it's very difficult to be trusting someone, with a particular project, whatever. So it's always good to see someone in person. So is there anything that you got planned? Are you going to be doing anything?
Yes. Yes. So to let the cat out the bag, and I'm gonna be with you hopefully very soon. Uh so yes, I'm gonna meet with I'm gonna be with Coinstore in Token 2024, I mean 2049, excuse me, in Dubai.
Nice.
So we have a small little place where we're gonna meet and greet everyone. We're gonna come as my partner and I. We're gonna come as King Mansa Musa, and we're going to recreate what Mansa Musa actually did, and we're going to not give away gold tokens because then nobody at Token 2049 is poor, but we will sell tokens, commemorative tokens, for the community, also as a souvenir, and also so that people can understand and have a physical representation of a digital currency and what it means. So they're beautifully made. They look just like my logo there, and I'm going
Yeah,
to be giving those out for those that want to purchase them, and also I'll give some away as well. But mainly I'm gonna be selling them because I think that people this way they can contribute to the project and get something for it. You know,
yeah,
so if they buy $100 worth of TLCC, they get a commemorative coin. And we'll have different stages of different packages that we have, and we'll give them coins, and they can take photos with the king. Um, I mean, they could come to the after party, they could dance with the king, they could do whatever they want with the king. But our main focus is that everybody can be Mansa Musa.
yeah,
Everybody can be a good person. Everybody can have a good heart. Everybody can help make a difference. So if this one-legged Afro-Caribbean man who's been through all I've been through can
yeah,
still find it in my heart to put something together that's not something that benefits me directly, instead benefits not only the whole community but the whole world, because there's so many young people that are dying to put their experiments somewhere, but they don't know where to do it. They put them on
yeah,
TikTok, they get taken down, people flag them. There's a lot of manipulation in all these platforms. You don't get to be Facebook uh, and be testifying before the Senate and the Congress and all this stuff if there wasn't some manipulation involved. You know,
yeah, yeah,
that's why they there's people just have to be careful with social media and these platforms. I want to make it so that it's a safe place for science. For science, you know,
yeah,
um, science isn't corny. Science is necessary. We
yeah,
all
yeah.
want to
I
stay
love
alive.
science. Yeah,
Oh, so do I. And unlike Elon Musk, I don't have a rocket ship to go to space. And
yeah,
I don't feel like I want to buy a ticket to go there. I live on a nice green planet. All we gotta do is take care of it, and we can.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
we just gotta
Exactly,
make people
exactly.
give people the opportunities and the right incentives to do it. You know, if we do the things that we do, if when not if when we do the things that we say we're gonna do, because there's nothing that I've ever set my mind to that I couldn't accomplish. When we do the things that we say we're gonna do, it's gonna change the world, and there won't be so many wars for resources because if everybody has clean water, why fight over water? Right? Now
Yeah,
you can grow whatever you need to grow, food, livestock, whatever, with water. If everybody has electricity and we don't have to keep building nuclear power plants so we can pull it out the ether, why not? So all of these experiments and all of this science just has to come to the light. I believe we had it all before. You see it in all the ancient architecture and all of the hieroglyphics and the Vimnas. There's stories of flying crafts and people pulling lightning out the sky. So none of this is new. All of this is ancient. So we're going to mix the old and the new together and save our world. That's our goal. You know, one
amazing.
token at a time. Thank you.
One token at a time. That's what I love.
One token at a time.
Um, it's been a roller coaster for you, you know. It's a lot of
Yes.
ups and downs and a lot of exhilaration going on, you know. But that's the game, and that's the nature we're
Yes.
in, right? That's the game we're playing. Um, I think what you're creating is really, really up there, really inspirational. I think a lot of people in the crypto scene don't really focus on things like what you're describing. I mean, maybe it's in the back of their mind, but what you're doing is going to be in their face, and they're going to actually now bring it forward, right? So hopefully, when you're in Token 2049 and you're going to be at these events, I know you got a whole bunch of stuff planned, but people can
Yes.
wait for that, So we don't want to get everything away. So that's going to be really exciting. So
I'm
I
super
think.
excited.
Yeah, I'm excited to meet you. It's gonna be amazing. So you know, I think the live stream we're coming up. to towards the end of it. So the for the guys who missed out in the first part, just for the users, guys, if you missed out on the first part on the promo code, just check up above me. There's a new promo code on there. You can utilize that. Please, go like and share everything on TLCC. Rob,
Thank you.
if you can share your socials, please.
Sure. So our website is blockchain420.io. So if you
Okay.
want to purchase tokens, you can purchase tokens directly on our website. Just click the buy here button, and it'll take you to our platform where you can buy and stake tokens. Um, we also have our Facebook, which is also blockchain420. Our Instagram is blockchain420, and our Twitter is blockchain420 IL. So
Okay.
I think that's enough links.
What's
The
the
tele
blockchain for 20 and the TLCC? What's the correlation here?
Uh, well, blockchain 420 is because I wanted to. There's so many people that have gone to prison for marijuana,
Okay.
right? And it's a plant, and it's criminalized all over the world, and it's a medicine. That's the part that people don't understand. There's a lot of science that has to do with the cannabinoids, fighting cancer,
Hmm.
even if it doesn't cure cancer, to help people as far as their nausea, help people with depression and anxiety. They don't have to take all these antipsychotic drugs. There's so many benefits to it. So at first, I wanted to help people with that, but knowing that I was gonna speak to children, I didn't really want it to be so overt. So I still want to help to, set my brothers free, my brothers and sisters free that have been unjustly imprisoned because of 420. Um, but that is nothing to do so much with the love care coin. It's more about part about my joint mindset that I really just want to set all the people free. You know,
Yeah.
set them free. Yeah, people deserve to second chances. I know I've had second and third chances, you know,
Yeah.
and I believe people deserve them. So I'm trying to give them to everybody that I can. A lot of people are in prison that are innocent, and I know what that's like.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We didn't go in detail on that one, but
Yeah,
maybe next time we'll go in detail on that one. But
absolutely.
yeah, it's amazing, amazing what you're doing. So guys, firstly, thank you so much, Rob. I know it's super, super
Thank you.
early hours for you in Bogota. No, you're not in
Yes,
Bogota, in Panama.
in Panama. Yes,
So it's super
it's
early. I need
it's
you,
Colombia Bogota time, so they understand it's
yeah.
Colombia Bogota time.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So you need to get some sleep. Thank you so much to the
Thank
users
you.
who've joined us.
Thank you.
We
Yes,
appreciate you guys, and please go out there, like, subscribe, um, and research, and reach out to Rob. He's super friendly. He speaks to everyone. If you have
please
questions,
send me an email, and I will
yeah,
respond.
exactly. Thank you so much, guys, and so
Thank you
much
very
love, Rob,
much. Much love
and
to you.
I'll see you in a few days.
Absolutely. Looking forward to it. So here, I can't wait to see you. Bye bye,
Can't wait
everyone.
to see you. Take care,
Bye bye.
guys.